Living life, living life, life. Living life, living life, life. Life, life, life. B-I-N-O. B-I-N-O. Vino. Vino. Living life, living life, life. Living life, living life, life. Crazy world, crazy world, crazy world. Crazy world, crazy world. Life, life, life. Living life, living life, life. V-I-N-O. V-I-N-O. Vino. Vino. Living life, life. Living life, life. Crazy world, crazy world, crazy world. B-I-N-O. B-I-N-O. Peace, love, and inspire.
Hey everybody, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Would it be? Would it be? Would it be? Hello, El Breeze. Hey, my love, Sarah. I got Mr. Past That. What's going on? Hello, salute, Miss Candy. How you doing? Y'all, y'all must know I have been sick. I have felt like I have had the flu. I mean, I can't hardly hear out my right ear right now. So tomorrow I have an appointment at 8:30. I'm the first person there to get in that chair. Oh my God. Man, I can't wait because it's terrible when you can't hear out your ear. That's one of the functions that you need, you know what I'm saying? Your hearing, you know what I'm saying? Your eyes, your nose, your ears, you know what I'm saying? Your mouth. Them are things that's very important to us. And I really need my ear. Man, really bad.
Dino Entertainment TV. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Hurt. 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 See, Perp has many motivators. She has prayer warriors. Yeah, you didn't know that, right? And they're very positive sisters. Beautiful queens. Beautiful. Trina, Marquette, Monea, Sarah, Miss Scott, El Breeze, Miss Helen, Miss Lita, Candy, and Miss AJ Chaser. Yeah, they are motivators. Yeah, in case you didn't know, and they are family. Her, her, her. Motivation. Oh yeah. Her, her. Motivation. Motivation. Her, 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 her. See, Perp never meet a stranger. Everyone she meets is positive, smiling faces, lovable. Always carry peace, inspired. You know, yeah. Motivation. Motivation. Hurt. Hurt. Hurt.
Hey, okay. Hey, y'all, but yeah. Hello, Miss Carmela. How you doing today? Y'all, today's show's about abortion versus birth control, or birth control versus abortions. You know, if we ourselves have not been through that, we know someone who has been through abortion, or just taking birth control, or at an early age, or things of that sort. Me myself, I don't know anyone that has had abortion at an early age, even birth control. You know, the earliest I know about someone taking birth control, maybe about 15 years old when I was going to school. As far as the abortions, I really didn't know anybody, because I guess back then, everybody back then had a hold on their kids. You know what I'm saying? As far as what they're doing, where they're going. You know what I'm saying? Who they're with. You know what I'm saying? Be home for such time. You know, back then, those rules that we had then, those rules did work for us. But right now, those rules do not work. Miss Carmela said, "I'm doing good. How you doing, Miss Perp?" I'm feeling better, Miss Carmela. My ear still aches a little bit. I can't hear on my right ear still. So tomorrow I have an appointment at 8:30. I mean, I didn't eat for like 3 days. I didn't have anything to drink. I was like dehydrated really bad. Had the chills. Man, it was terrible. And now, and I think I believe at one point in time my chest had got just a little tight, but I started drinking that honey and tea to ease up from the cold about my break that cold about my chest. So now it's broken up, and so now I feel a lot better now about that being broken up in my chest. Sister Sarah had a great recipe, and she shared it with Sister Marquette, and Marquette shared it with me. So yeah, and it really works. That's a great recipe to have, you know. They said what is the difference between birth control and abortion? Birth control prevents pregnancy from happening in the first, at the first start. An abortion, which stops an existing pregnancy, you know. An abortion is a stop the existing pregnancy. You know what I'm saying? Some may choose, to use a form of contraceptive, but they always said contraceptive was not it's not very, very reliable. You know what I'm saying? Put them on blast. I hope you get to feeling better, Queen. Me too. Put them on blast. I hope you feel better too, baby. I hope you feel better too. As far as contraceptives, as far as doing with versus birth control, half of the sexually active American women between the ages of 15 and 44 who were not wanting any kind of thing to do with pregnancy, they would use reversible prescription like contraceptives. You know what I'm saying? But do they always work? No. And they have so many things that they use as far as contraceptives, things that you wouldn't even think of. That's a contraceptive, they think they use that as far as a contraceptive for a person. And I found out when I did my research, a lot of things they use as far as contraceptive, I didn't even know that they even made it a choice. You know what I'm saying? At all, And they say that some contraceptives they aren't perfect, but they have side effects. They have leading causes, stopping dissatisfaction. They had found a study that contraceptives preferred among women seeking abortion found that 78% of them did not use the method that proposition with prescription. So what they're saying, and I think they're saying is like, even though you have birth control pills are not 100%, which is not. They'll tell you when you go to that class, show you these videos, the sexual education class, that birth control are not 100%. Unless you've been taking them for many, many years and they're into your body over the course of the years, it may work then. But right off the top, birth control don't work. So when you are having sexual intercourse, it's best to use some kind of contraceptive. You know what I'm saying? That way you have that 100%, 100% of sureness of not getting any kind of kids or anything like that. Sister Sarah said, "Hey, Candy, get better soon. Perk, get better soon." I'm trying, baby, but tomorrow I want some medication. I'm telling you, and I can't wait to get it. I've been sick, and man, I had so much tea and so much water. It just pathetic. You know what I'm saying? And they also say condoms, however, are accessible alternative protect users against both pregnant and sexual diseases. So the contraceptives have 2-in-1. It prevents you from getting a sexual disease, something that you may not or cannot get rid of. But people do carry diseases and don't tell you that they have a disease and will continue on with a regular relationship with you like there's nothing wrong. You see what I'm saying? And there is a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? So that's also good to have contraceptives as far as STDs and to prevent pregnancy, which is a great combination if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that, everyone needs to take that contraceptive. You know what I mean? If you're just taking birth control pills. And if you're just out there in the field, just having fun, you know what I'm saying? Not for sure what you really want. Yeah, take some contraceptives. Be fully cover your body. You know what I'm saying? Be for sure what you're doing when you go into it. You know what I'm saying? Don't just say, well, I'm on birth control, it's like it got me covered. No, you're not covered like that, babe. You're not covered like that. You're not covered like that at all. You know? You're gonna need something else to go along with it to prevent that being a choice of being pregnant. You know? Who wants to be pregnant all the time? Nobody. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sex is a great thing to have at that time and moment. But what about the aftermath? When you didn't take protection to make, when you didn't take anything or didn't do anything to protect yourself when you was having that sexual intercourse, you know, you're not for sure if you did I take my birth control pill this morning? You know, you got to ask yourself if you took that birth control pill this morning. Do you remember? Did you forget one day or something like that? So sometimes people not regular on taking pills. Everybody don't like to take pills, but there are different methods as well. We'll get down through the line with that. Of different things they use, methods that they use now to prevent pregnancy. Back in the day, they didn't have very much. And now, but we in 2023, which is 2022, the new decade, and they have new things and have prevented new methods for its contraceptives and for its birth control, things of that sort. You know what I'm saying? It's been a lot of arguments behind contraceptives, widespread for many years, more than 40. You know what I'm saying? They claim that such as lead to a decrease in abortion since 1973 by using contraceptives. And so abortions continue to undebate at nearly 1.3 million per year. That is a lot. 1.3 million per year. You know what I'm saying? And the access to contraception makes the problems worse. Worse. A study also that was done that teens who consult with medical professionals about contraceptives have a higher rate of pregnancy, and those who don't, as to contraception, reduce the number of abortions. Other studies that show 80% of young women who have had abortions use contraceptives. They use those. You know what I'm saying? And say, why is the lead of contraception actually leads to more of abortion? The underlying link are mentally between the two. The mentally views of a human life is something that is not always based and welcome when unwelcome can be disposed. And it can be a result of a person who has used abortion as a backup plan for a failing prevent of having sex and not using anything at that time. I got on birth control pills at 15. My mom didn't even know I got on birth control. Back then we had clinics we could go to, and we didn't need our parents' permission to go to the clinic to get anything to protect ourselves. We had that willing and we had that free will to go get help if we needed something as far as contraceptives, something for as when we're very much into sexual activities at an early age. Some people who don't really care. I mean, it don't matter to them if they get pregnant or not. It's like I don't care. But that's not right, because there's a life on the other end when you say I don't care. You know what I'm saying? We have to think about more than ourselves when we go into just having sex, because there's something on the other end that may come out of it. You know what I'm saying? And we need to be on top of our game as far as our young adults, as far as contraceptives and birth control and different methods that they have now in this new decade that can be used. And one that strikes at the heart, is a human person. A human person. When you are into engaging in abortion, there is a human person on the other end of that line. You know what I'm saying? There's a human on the other end of that line. So why not just protect yourself? You know what I'm saying? From the beginning. Be for sure. It's not good to be for sure. Be for sure about what's going on within your life. You know what I'm saying? When you out there trying to get pregnant, think it's just fun just having sex. Yeah, it's fun having sex. We all like to have fun having sex, but what comes after that? Do we know? Of course we know. When it's not planned, when it's not protected, it can be pregnancy on the other end of that. You know? It can be pregnancy on the other end of that. We got to think about more than just ourselves now. We used to be a little selfish, but now in this time and age, we can't. Selfishness does not play any part in our life anymore. We can't even afford to be selfish no more. Because we got so many things to think about and so many other people to lives we have to put instead of our own. We can't do that. We got to think of other things. Life starts with moments of contraception. Abortion's been around for years, and let you just say this right here. Abortion's not going nowhere. How they strike it, how they protest about it. Abortions are not going nowhere. Abortions are here to stay. They might do it here no longer in the United States. You can go somewhere else and get it done. But abortion's not going nowhere. It's not going anywhere. A person that has abortion that's older than 16 years old do not belong in the mind of having abortion. They are old enough to know that what they're doing and what they want. Abortion happens in many surgical ways or pills. Some point in time, like I just said, you're too grown to get an abortion. Who's gonna whoop you? And I really feel that abortion, there's no need for an abortions. I mean, some people might say right now, it's crazy, no need for abortions. Well, the world would be overpopulated then. Yes, it would. The world would probably be overpopulated because they let you know that we, or some women's or some men's, was very careless with what they was doing when they were having sexual activities. A child is always innocent and should never be punished or be deprived of life. A child is still alive in a mother's womb when having an abortion. When having an abortion, you cannot go back to changing your decision like you can if you are putting up for an adoption. We got to think about that. We're hurting someone. We can't change our mind once it's done, it's done. You know that, right? Once it's done, it's done. There's no going back. And no kid deserve this. None. Not a one. And that's a very bad idea, having an abortion. Taking a life. God didn't give you that right to take a life. God is the only person. Let me say it again. God is the only person who should take a life. We shouldn't take no life. We don't have the right to take no life. What? What you say? It's wrong. A baby does not deserve to be killed. The fetus may not be fully formed, but it is still able to feel pain. Still feel pain. You're still putting your baby in pain. You know what I'm saying? You're still going in with pain. If you were to ask an unborn fetus if he or she thought of the idea of being murdered, I'm sure it would tell you he or she. At least wait and let them defend themselves. You know, let them defend themselves as a child. We have no right to do that. You know what I mean? We decide to make the baby. We be the ones should decide to take care of that baby. If you do not want a baby, then you should use protection. You know what I'm saying? Girls under 18 has an abortion. You know what I'm saying? And she come back and have another abortion. You know, because those are all unwanted pregnancies that she don't want because she's out there doing what she thinks that she don't need to be doing. She need to take care of herself, and it's not right. It is not right. Abortion will allow abortion will allow man the will of God means that if God wanted you to have a baby, he made sure you had one. You decide to have an abortion, which is wrong. God will allow if God allows a child to be made, then God has a plan for that child. Let me go back. If God allows a child to be made, then God has a plan for that child. TT said they forcing women back into days of back alley abortions, and that's dangerous and inhumane. It is dangerous, TT. It really is, because they're not getting the right things they need to have abortion with. You know what I'm saying? They're just making quick money and putting people in the wrong positions. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're doing. Hello, Miss Monea. Miss Carmela said, I don't like abortions. Me neither, and it's wrong. And Monel said, me either. Miss Carmela said that per. Yes, ma'am, Miss Carmela, it's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's so wrong. Before I get into the more the subject of abortion, we must first understand that exactly abortion is and how it's defined. An abortion is a procedure to end pregnancy. It's typically a surgery that removes the embryo of the fetus and the placentia. The placentia? I can't never say, yeah, my bad. From the uterus, you know what I'm talking about, huh? This procedure is done by a licensed healthcare professional. You know what I'm saying? And while abortion defines a terminating the pregnancy, if the pregnancy happens to end itself, then it is known as a miscarriage. Miscarriage, if it happens itself. Now that we know now more than what abortion is and why it's such a big debate today with society. Unfortunately, abortions have become increasingly popular with women in today's world. You know what I mean? Women who tend to choose the option of abortions when they have unwanted pregnancy, whether or not it's by accident or the family just don't want another baby. There are many reasons for that why women choose abortions. They include rape, age, amount, the income, the help. Aside from this abortion, there's many things you can be doing. You know what I'm saying? Miss Carmela, so that's that part perfect. Yes, ma'am, Miss Carmela. TT says the morning after the pill prevents pregnancy from occurring, and that's banned now. It sure is banned. They have banned that too in some states because it's considered birth control. So I'm confused as to why they would prefer to allow. I don't know, TT. I don't know, but they are abandoning the pill. They are they are giving. They said they don't even want the pill. You know what I'm saying? Teacher said unwanted pregnancies versus pregnancy methods, prevention methods. Well, teacher, they say they be having things figured out, but at the end of the rope, it's not really figured out. They're still guessing at it. To me, it's like a guessing game. It's like a politician thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like a money grab. You know what I'm saying? Thing. And if a person been raped, yeah, I can see that, being an unwanted pregnancy. If your baby can, there's a way that there's ways that when a woman is pregnant, it's her life or the baby's life. You have to look at different ways of what goes on to get when it come down to as far as unwanted pregnancy. As far as it's out there just doing what you want to do and doing, not being just being careless. Yeah, you need to take care of your baby. If you're being careless if you're being careless, you need to take care of your kid. Take care of your kid. Miss Carmela said, I agree. If you're being careless after just having sex, and not protecting yourself, you ought to be made to take care of your kid. Take care of your kid. Teacher said, right, for here in Ohio, a 10-year-old girl was raped and denied abortion because of the law. Oh my God. So she's going to be scarred for the rest of her life because she's going to have to look at that for a long time, all her life. She's going to be grown up with that. It's going to be mentally something wrong, right? When you think it's going to be mentally something wrong with her, it's going to do something to her down the line because she got a baby that she didn't want, that she didn't know nothing about. She's 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? And then by her being 10, the parents, they're going to be the ones that indulge in that. But, she can also get a baby up for an adoption. She can get a baby up for an adoption. Sarah said, that's terrible, TT. Sarah, Miss Monell said, wow. Yeah, she can get a baby for adoption, and I don't know how the baby would feel when they get older in life, knowing that how they was conceived, doing rape or things like that. But I also feel that the child on the other end of being raped, I feel like that child could do something to that kid as well. It can bring some kind of mentally problem to that kid because they're a kid who was born for doing rape. You know what I'm saying? It was nothing that was wanted. It was a wanted pregnancy, a wanted a sexual desire. It was taken. That's something that was taken. You know what I'm saying? Something that you punish someone with, with wrong. You know what I'm saying? TT says, yeah, she had to go into India to have an abortion. Indiana. She go to Indiana to have an abortion. Oh, wow. Man, it's sad. That's sad. You know what I'm saying? That is very sad. And I'm sorry. That's sad. That's really sad to say, TT. It's sad to say. They're saying that, sometimes common pills taken the morning after pill is for emergency purpose. Emergency purpose. And, if one has unprotected sex, taking a pill may prevent pregnancy. A surgical abortion is a physical removing, like I said, of the fetus. A vacuum aspiration procedure can be done within the first 15 weeks of being pregnant. My God, that's crazy. First 15 weeks of being pregnant. And there's removing the pregnancy by a gentle suction cup can be done awake or asleep. That's crazy. And it sounds scary. Very scary to have an abortion. Abortion sounds scary. Yeah, I'm sorry. It just sounds really, really scary to have an abortion. I mean, I can't say it no other way. I mean, who wants an abortion? Who want to take somebody's life? I'm godly. And a lot of these women in this chat is godly. And I do believe that that's something we're not going to even go for. You know what I'm saying? Titi said her molestator already scared her. Why should she be forced at that age to carry a baby too? Her body ain't even mature yet. That's right, TT. Wow. Oh my God, TT. That's crazy, isn't it? Can you just imagine that being your baby? Your niece? Your friend's daughter, little daughter? Hello, Miss Lita, how you doing? That's crazy. And then you're being forced to deal with that baby in your household or being forced to carry that for 9 months. Man, I mean, to be forced to carry something for 9 months, but she may not really know what happened, but her mom knows what's going on. Her dad, sister, brother, her family knows, her immediate family know what's going on. But we also know that this is a terrible thing for somebody 10 years old for this to happen, because it's gonna be a mental state of frame mind for that baby. Teacher said, yeah, because my daughter started her cycle at 10. I would never think to put her on birth control. That's crazy to me. Oh, wow. Yeah, this one lady I knew, I thought she was really lying when she said her baby had her cycle at 9 years old. I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. Miss Carmel said, hello, little sis leader. When she said her daughter started her cycle at 9 years old, I'm like, 9? She started cycle at 9 years old? I guess I started my cycle late then. I started my cycle at 15, 14, 15. I was 14 going on 15. So I guess I started my cycle mighty, mighty late then. Wow. So what is age now in this new world that we live in? So the age now of getting a menstrual cycle is 9 and 10 years old now. Is that what it is? If so, we need to be scared, ladies. We need to be scared, y'all. We need to be scared, y'all. Man. Teacher said, now that baby's literally with a baby. I can't imagine that. Yes, that's a baby with a baby. But see, you have to also think. Now, while she's going through this transition of being pregnant with a baby that she don't realize that wasn't wanted, was an unwanted pregnancy, how it's going to affect her? How would it affect that kid? People don't think. But then you have to also say that, well, they can always give for abortions, give for adoptions, Yeah, adoptions are good to have. Titi said, yeah, they start early. My. Titi said she was 12. You was 12, Titi? That's early, my goodness. Okay. I guess my little 14 didn't mean nothing. Miss Carmen said, yes, they do, TT. I guess I started late then. Man, oh man. Well, I was happy then. It depends on a child's body, TT says. Okay. It depends on the baby's body. Okay. Man. TT, Miss Carmel said, where is her mom at? Yeah. I mean, was this a relative TT that done this, or was this somebody who, just a random act of a silly person who didn't respect a young lady, what I'm saying, a little kid for being a kid. You don't want to take a kid innocent from them. I'm like Miss Carmela, where is that person at? Where is their mom at? Did they have family love, what I'm saying, in the home? You know what I'm saying? What's going on? It's crazy. And they say age can be the reason for an unwanted pregnancy. Well, I believe that if age, and I'm saying older age plays in a part of an unwanted pregnancy, then they need to do their research. They need to do the research. They really do. Because when you're old enough, you should do better and know better. Point blank. Like I said, I was 15 going on 16 when I got pregnant. I hid my pregnancy, but I didn't let my mom know. I was being sneaky. But if I would let my mom knew what I was doing before I got to the point to get pregnant, it wouldn't even went that far. I would have never got pregnant. It wouldn't even happen. You know what I'm saying? I would have had my mom. I didn't trust in my mom enough to tell her that I wanted birth control. You know what I'm saying? I hid it. And then I let this joker sweet talk me the nothings. TT said, I don't know, Miss Carmela. I believe that it was a relative. It was a Hispanic community. I used to have the article. It was really heartbreaking when I heard about it. Dang. A Spanish community? Well, I can see that in a Spanish community. But then all Spanish people are not like that. You know what I'm saying? They're not like that. And um, I don't want to. I don't want a child to be carrying a kid because of being raped, of some man's carelessness, being unthoughtful of a kid, to let a kid be a kid at the age of 9 and 10 years old. When a kid is a kid at 9 and 10 years old, let that kid be a kid. Don't try to make that kid grow up so fast. Let them stay where they are. Why you in the hurry to make them grow up? I'm not in the hurry to let nobody grow up. I remember, if some of us older people, and then some of you young people may know what I'm saying when I say what I'm saying. My elders used to say, "Don't be so fast to grow up." I wish I was your age. I didn't know what they meant back then, but now I know. You know, you got a lot of choices to make when you get a certain age, and you got a lot of right choices to make. Then you have the wrong choices. You see what I'm saying? And this is one of the choices that we have to make as far as abortion and as far as birth control. Titi say, "Perp, I texted to you and you can read the details of the case. It was a year when it happened." Okay, I sure thank you, TT. I sure thank you. Miss Carmela said, "That's right, Miss Perp. Yeah, you know, if you women's got men's in y'all house and they look at y'all kids, you better get that junk up out your house. Get him out your house. You know, that should make you uncomfortable, like leaving that man in your house along with your daughter. You see what I'm saying? You know, we all have the right ability of our own opinion. You know what I'm saying? We have that right. But we have the right to protect ourselves if we don't want any kids. We have the right to protect ourselves if we don't want our kids to have kids. We have the right to watch everything that goes in and out our houses when we have little girls in our homes, and that we are raising the correct way, not poisoning their minds with different wrong words, or entice them to wrong things, or uh, uh, inviting them to different things and wrong things. No, we can't do that, y'all. No. Titi said, "That's right, Miss Clay." Miss Amen, Miss Purple. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's crazy. Yes, ma'am, Miss Carmel. They like boys too. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. They like boys too. They really like boys too. Yeah. You know. And we know when girls get a certain age, when they start bodies, y'all know when a girl age start filling out her boobies, her little tush back there, little hips, you know what I'm saying? Little thighs. You know, you start looking at them. You started watching what's going on in their life, what makes them feel like so good. You started, They may not know you're watching, but you watching. You know why? Because you're concerned about what's going on in your household, and you got control of what's in your household. Because you're not going to let that go on in your household, not up on your watch. You feel me? Not up on your watch. Okay, TT, I'm going to check it. Yes, ma'am. You know, and we got to step up for our kids. We got to step up for our kids, y'all. We got to. Because if we don't, who do our kids have to mentor them? You know, we got to be the mothers to tell our kids, about abortions, about pregnancies. You know what I'm saying? We got to do it. We got to do that. We can't depend on another parent to teach our kids. We can't wait on the school to teach our kids about sexual education. Preventions of being pregnant, or diseases and things like that. Yes, ma'am. TT, I did get it. Okay, it says a 10-year-old girl was denied an abortion in Ohio after the Supreme Court ruled last week that it was overturning Roe versus Wade. Dang, demonstrating the tangible impact that the high court decision is having on patients seeking access to the medical procedure. Wow, that's crazy. It says a child abuse doctor in Ohio contacted Dr. Nord after receiving a 10-year-old patient who was 6 weeks and 3 days pregnant in Indianapolis. 6 weeks. Oh my God, 6 weeks. I said, and 3 days pregnant. Oh my God. This person who done this need to be in jail. Shouldn't even be able to get even out. They said this patient is now heading to West Indiana to get abortion because Ohio has banned abortion. 6 weeks. I'm still stuck on the 6 weeks. The 3 days. I'm still there. I ain't passed that up yet. It's still registering in my mind. The 6 weeks and the 3 days. I'm stuck on that. Because I can't. If I can't wrap my head around it, the parent can't even wrap her head around it. Or his or her parents can't even wrap their head around it. Teacher said, "Yeah, Purr, my daughter's feeling out there. Why? That's why I got me a pow." Ha ha. Teacher said, "That's why she got her pow pow." Yeah, I don't know what it is, but these kids is boom boom pow pow pow. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang girl, they come out fine. You get kids come out fine. That's right, Miss Carmela. That's right. You get kids come out fine nowadays, and you make you be like, you know, they got them big old thighs and legs. You know, is it the food? Is it the food? That's all I'm asking that we're eating and that we're giving our kids that we didn't have when we were growing. Is it in the milk? You know, they said drink milk. Milk does a body good. You know, teacher said, yeah, I was heartbroken hearing about this story. That man should be castrated. He should be, TT. He should. He should. Any man mess with a young girl, taking her, I say innocence. Taking a young girl innocence is wrong. You don't take nobody innocence away from them. How dare you? You can't take no one innocence away. It's you know, it's crazy, y'all. And you got to watch your daughter to keep an eye on little Lily. You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you, you know, people be in stores. You know, I used to see things on YouTube where men would go by and look up on the little kids' clothes and stuff. You see what I'm saying? And when the parent get aware of that, you know, they be on them. You know what I'm saying? Miss Carmela said it's the food. It must be the food, Miss Carmela. It got to be the food. Teacher said, yeah. My daughter dresses like she's 12. I know that's right. Ain't no tight clothes being bought for her because she already curvy. And I be damn. Oh my goodness. Yeah. You know, TT, parents buy their kids curvy, you know, kids tight fitting clothes that stick to them. Parents don't say things about that. They think it's okay, they think it's cute until it happens to them. Miss Lita said she bought her a bat. I know that's right, Miss Lita. She said, she ain't playing none of them games. She ain't playing them kind of games at all. Teacher said, yeah, we live in a world with perverts. I see little kids as a little kid. Me too. Do y'all remember Pepper say, let that kid be a kid? Go on outside and play. Go on get out of grown folks' mouth. Go out to make some mud pies. Yeah. That's what they mean back in the day. Get up out of here. Ain't no little kids in here. Teacher said, I know, right, leader? Slugger on deck. Oh Lord, I said slugger on deck. Oh, they play for keeps up over here. Yeah. Miss Carmel said, no, not the bed. Yeah, she put the bed out, Miss Carmel. She said she ain't playing no games. So it one for all and one for all and all for one. She said she ain't playing no games, no prison, no nothing. She putting that bed out. Miss Lisa, girl, if I had to give a reminder who the mama is. I know that's right, Miss Lita. Yes, ma'am, Miss Carmel said. Okay, little sis. Yeah. Teacher said exactly, Lita Carmela. Yeah, y'all. And you know what? And I also get mad. Let me just get up a little bit. I get mad these women have these men coming in out their house like, it ain't nothing. And they got daughters in their house. And these jokers coming in their house watching their daughters and stuff. And watching their moves and stuff. And watching you and watching them. He in the house watching all the me out in the house. You know what I'm saying? Just being just dirty. You know what I'm saying? Lisa said, no, I love my child. I would let her deal with her Uncle Gangster. I know that's right. I know that's right. These leaders say she would pray. She would pray. I would never call his crazy butt again. I know that's right. Miss Carmel said, okay, little sis, because he do not play, little sis, okay? I know that's right. And, when women get these men in their house, drugs, and start having different alcohol and thinking they kicking and, got kids in the other room and daughters and things like that, don't be doing all that, in your household. You got these kids in the house, and especially little girls, and little boys also is valuable as the same as little girls, We have to keep an eye on these people as we let them in our house and interact with our families and our kids, because abortions and pregnancies is out there, and we got to do something about it, Teacher says my daughter has a whole Mustang pretended to serve Starbucks. No, let me go read this again. My had a whole Mustang pretend. I love seeing kids being innocent, playing as they should. Not the dirt, TT. Oh yeah, she playing a real kids game. Now see, she playing a kids game. She's being a kid. My mom let us be kids as long as we could. We didn't grow up fast in my mama house. We didn't want to grow up fast. We wanted to stay little kids as long as we could, because we didn't want to be. I didn't want to be with no bills, or I didn't want to be interacting with crazy people and things like that, doing things like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I didn't. My mom took a turn to raise me the right way, and you know what I'm saying, and keep an eye on us as people came into our house, even if it was family members. That's right, Miss Carmela. My mom did that. Olivia said, "Oh, that kills me. Don't bring all the men around your daughter. That mimic your behavior. It does. It really does. And then when you have a daughter that sees her mother having a revolving door in and out, what do you think your daughter gonna do? And she gonna as she doing the same thing. She's not being protective of nothing. She's just having herself some fun. You know what I'm saying? Going in and out the house. That's just basically it. And the legal time for abortions, y'all, is 24 weeks. They have to give a 2 weeks margin of an error to time limit of a 22-week pregnancy. I don't go along with that. I never have been the type of person, and really, to be honest, I don't even know nobody. When I was going to school, and I really don't know nobody now as an adult. Even you have kids that, as far as abortion or has been raped or anything like that, everyone I know pretty much got a tight hold on to their household and what going on in their household. You know, don't always think that your kids not telling the truth about somebody's touching them, or they don't like the way a person make them feel. Don't make your kid feel like they can't come to you and talk to you, tell you what's going on with them, because when that happen, the kid hides what's going on, and then they will hide how miserable they are and what's happening to them, and then they're still getting bullied by that person. Like, you better not say nothing, or this and that, and they're even afraid to come to you and tell you anything. Make it where your kid, your daughter, your son is willing and able to come to you and talk to you about anything. You know what I'm saying? Anything. Don't have them thinking that, well, I can't go to mom and say such. Well, I can't go say this, I can't go say that. Don't make a kid feel like that. That's not right. It's not right. Facts, Mr. Leader, Ms. TT said. Be open with your kid. Make your daughters or your kid, your sons, where they can come to you and talk to you about anything, no matter what it is. Anything. Don't have them where they got to hide something. Don't have them where Uncle Bobby or Brother Tom and they're touching on them. Be where they can talk to you and come to you and say, this is what's going on, and I'm not liking it, mama. Anything. But don't make your kid where they don't want to tell you nothing. How will that make you feel? Well, my kid was scared to tell me anything because of the fact that, I made them so for sure about themselves. If I was that mom that they can come and talk to about what's going on, you know what I'm saying? That it shouldn't be like that. It really shouldn't, because every kid should be able to talk to their parent about what's going on. If it's raped, if they ready to if they're 20 years old, they want to sit down and say, Mom, I'm ready to start planning a baby, a family now, you know what I'm saying? Things like that, it can be anything, you know what I'm saying? But you have to be where it can be talked about, Don't have your kid where, I know, let me just say this. I remember when I was 16 and the birth control pills used to make me sick, and my mom used to tell me, take your birth control pills, drink you some milk, and lay down. You'll be all right. That is what my mom used to tell me. Miss Lisa said, I have cameras all over, and I have an alarm. Amen. Miss Lisa, she ready. She is ready. Let me just ask you all, did you know breastfeeding is a form of birth control? When I was doing some research about birth control, I ran across the frame of the subject of being the breastfeeding as a form of birth control. I didn't know breastfeeding could be a form of birth control. I didn't know that. It says breastfeeding can also stop you from getting pregnant. Did anybody else know that? If you just gave birth or breastfeeding the full time, this means you're only feeding your baby breast milk, and the gaps between feeding are no longer than 4 hours during the day and 6 hours at night. If you follow the guideline to using birth control and contraceptives for up to 6 months until your period returns, use in the way breastfeeding is about 98% effective at preventing pregnancy. Breastfeeding naturally also stops your body from ovulating, meaning you're not fertile during the time of this window of breastfeeding. Did y'all know that? I didn't know that. And I was shocked when I read that. I really was. But I'm not ovulating. I'm not having any more kids. But yeah, we gotta watch our kids, and even when your kids go to school, you can't even trust the coach. Hold on, I have to cough real quick. I'm sorry. You can't trust the coaches now. If the coaches are men and our kids are in athletic activities, we got to watch the coach as well. In those shower rooms, in the gym, we got to watch those men as well, because those coaches, they looking. You know, I've read several um articles about how coaches, you know, was messing with the high school student, in their class. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, kids really can't even go to anyone about pregnancy or abortion unless it's their parent. Their parent, you know, and when a kid is not comfortable about telling their parent things, they go to their friends. Our kids would go to their friends, y'all, sometime before they even come to us and ask us any questions. When they know we got the answer to the question, but they don't want to make sure they don't want us to, they don't want to hear the answer from us. They want to hear their friend answers. They want to hear the other people answer, but your answer they don't care about hearing, because they know your answer is not going to be the answer they even want to hear. You know what I'm saying? So they're not going to ask you, but you need to make it comfortable with your kid come to you about abortions, pregnant, by taking contraceptives, what kind of different methods it is, as far as being pregnant and being used to stop being pregnant, to prevent pregnancy. We need that. We really need that. And you know, back in the day, when our parents back in the day or their friends had 18 kids, girl, my friend got 18 kids. 18 kids. Ooh, when I used to hear women have 18 kids, y'all, I used to say, dang, that's a strong woman. That woman had 18 kids. Oh, she's strong. She's strong. Miss Lee said, I watch them all and pray over my child. I know that's right. I know that's right, Miss Lita. I know that's right. I know that's right. But now, back in the day, when ladies had that many kids, I guess birth control wasn't really a method back in the day, when they were having 17 kids, 15 kids, 18 kids, 20 kids. I remember them days. Yeah, you got to watch the coaches. Women coach too, Miss. You do, Miss Carmela? Not the women coach too. Oh my God, we ain't say what I own. Oh Lord, Miss Carmela. Nah, Miss Carmela. Miss Lita said, man, I'll go to jail behind mine. Me too, Miss Lita. I'll go to jail behind mine too. I know that's right, little sis. Miss Carmela said, yeah. Now, if you women and you're doing this to your young sisters, our young princes and young adult and young queens, shame on you women. What if we can't trust our own a female in a body like our body and like their body? If they can't trust a female with a body like their body, what in the world? That's crazy. That is crazy. Y'all know what? Moms, we got to step in, y'all. Prevent our babies getting pregnant, being raped, being mind controlled by other people. Letting their peers at school tell them what to do as far as sex and things of that sort. You know, we need to teach them the right way. Nowadays, they're reading about sex on the internet. You know, they're getting taught about on the internet about sex and what to do and what not to do, and abortions and things like that. You know, we also got to monitor our kids' phones. You know what I'm saying? We got men who always mud playing the age of a kid, a young teenager. You know, just to get to a little teenage young woman. You know what I'm saying? We got men to do that. I would go jail behind. Miss Lita said she'll go jail behind hers. That is sick, Miss Carmela. It really is sick. And it's some sick people out there, Miss Carmela. It really is. And it's the sick men that we bring to our houses and to our homes, and we don't even really know about. You know what I'm saying? We just guessing about, because what we see on them, the outside of the body. The outside of the body that we need to look at. We need to see what's going on in them brains on that man, or the brains of that woman, or the brains of them fools who can't get it right, want to have abortions, and don't want to take any kind of contraceptive to keep yourself prevented from getting abortions. You know, the population of the world, of the United States, it'd be just terrible if there would not be no abortions. But then you don't know what great minds that we had the people, the little kids that you took from the world, they didn't get a chance to live just yet. You don't know what minds they had. You don't know what they could have been. You don't know if they might have been the next president, the next doctor, the next lawyer, the next CEO. You know what I'm saying? You don't know that because you didn't get them that chance. You didn't give that person, that kid, the opportunity to grow and to learn life like you did. Don't deprive nobody of life. You know, you wasn't deprived of life. You got your life. Let somebody else live their life. If you don't want it, if you don't want that kid, it's doing because of you were raped. Give that kid up for adoption. Give that kid up for adoption. Now, I don't know how they will feel when they get older about how they were born and what manner, but it shouldn't matter because they're human. And they didn't have anything to do with them. They had an idiot on the other end of that bus. So you got to make sure, you know, we got everything we need to know about our young women. If your daughter's not into sexual education class, put your daughter in sexual education classes. If they don't have them in schools, go ahead and do your own sexual education class with your daughter yourself. You know what I'm saying? And you know your information, you gonna trust, and you gonna believe in your information. And you know your information gonna be what 100. And you ain't gonna be slacking on your end of giving the 100% of what your child need to know about being pregnant and having abortions and being raped in an abortion. I mean, because abortion comes with a lot of different words and it has a lot of different underlying meanings, you know what I'm saying? But there is no meaning and there is no way that anything can make me say that I can go I can go ahead and just say I would go ahead and give I take it upon myself and just get an abortion. I would never do that. I wouldn't want an abortion. I've never been through it. I don't know nobody or nothing like that. Like I said, I took my birth control pills like my mama told me to. I did what I was supposed to do. I didn't have no kids for 12 years. I took birth control pills for 12 doggone long years. 12 years. My mama meant business. And my mama didn't let any man coming in our house, looking at us, looking at our figure, up on their eyes, cross-eyed. My mama didn't play that at all. You know what I'm saying? She knew who came around our house. And if we did get pregnant, she can go put her finger on that person because my mom didn't have no revolving door people coming in her house like that. And she didn't even involve herself to friends, put herself in situations where she would put us in harm's way. She didn't do that. You know, if you don't want a kid and you're out there having fun, cover yourself. You know, if you don't care about the kid or not, get a kid for adoption. I take a baby. I need one. You know, I don't need one, but I take one. So it won't get aborted. If that's the case, I take it. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, I can get a mansion, take all the kids that when the parent want to be aborted, I take all the kids that shouldn't be aborted. Because like I said, those are doctors, lawyers, school teachers, principals, presidents, vice presidents, CEOs. Don't take nothing from nobody when you was given life. Your mother gave you life. Your father gave you life. Ms. Lita said we have to be parents. We can't keep up with trends. We have to communicate with our children as well, listen to and pray. We sure do. We got to. Miss Monell said, right. That part, little sis. That's right, y'all. And I know y'all women, y'all got daughters, and I can know right now, ain't none of y'all going for that because Miss Lisa said she got a baseball bat. And she said she don't even mind. She said she ain't got no problem. She don't even mind. And I understand that, you ladies. And, if you know some girls who I control, I know when a girl get a certain age, you can't really talk to certain girls. You know what I'm saying? You can talk to your own, but you can't really talk to a group of girls, and try to give them some good mind knowledge because sometimes those certain group of girls are not the group of girls that they want that knowledge. They may need that knowledge, but they're not wanting that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So some teenagers we can get to and some we can't. And the ones we can't get to, we just hope and pray that if they do get pregnant, go ahead and give your child for adoption. If he wasn't raped and like I said earlier, 9 and 10 years old, if you were raped, it's up to your parents. You know what I'm saying? But 9 and 10 years old, Like TT said earlier, harms a younger lady's body, and she's too early, and anything can happen with a kid having a baby at 19 years old. You know, and you as a mother, you have to sit back and think about your body when you had that first baby. You know, how did it affect you? You know what I'm saying? Was you able to jump back from it? You probably was, because you wasn't 9 or 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? And you wasn't in an atmosphere where you were raped or had to protect your body. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm sure you wasn't probably fast out there just messing around, running the streets and just having intercourse here, intercourse there. Didn't care if you got pregnant or not, you know, and didn't care if you got STDs when you didn't use contraceptive, you know what I'm saying, to cover yourself, to make sure you're safe and protected as far as the diseases. Because when you can give a child a disease when a woman's pregnant. A woman can get a disease from a man when she's pregnant. A man carries many diseases. A woman's body is pure and clean when she's pregnant, because nothing's going in and nothing ain't nothing coming out. You know what I'm saying? So we have to think about that as well. But y'all, it's been good. I go blow my nose. I'm stopped up. I'm gonna give me some honey and tea and everything. And y'all keep an eye on y'all babies. Watch the men they come in at y'all house. And we older, so we ain't letting nobody come in our house. But those moms who are grandmoms at the age of 38, a grandmama at the age of 37. Come on now. Come on now. Come on, population. Do better than that. Population of mothers. Do better than that. We got to do better than that. We got to take care of our kids. And our kids is our future. And our daughters are our producers. You know what I mean? Our daughters are the ones who can predict, who can have kids, and they're the ones who can multiply. And you want them to multiply the kids in the correct way, and in a great frame of mind. You know what I'm saying? And be healthy. All of that. But y'all keep yourself straight and everything. Y'all make sure that, you know, y'all have had your COVID test. You go to COVID tests, get your COVID test. You think you got COVID. You know, if you I've had the COVID shot. If you got the sniffles, you know, you might have the sore throat. You know, get you some lozenge for your throat at nighttime. You know, keep everything going. But right now, there's many germs that's out there going on. They're having like the COVID, you know, the flu, and they call something else I seen on the world news. But they got a lot of diseases going on right now with the winter season. And also, let me just say this. It's the holiday times. Bums, busters, non-workers, takers. We're going to call them takers. Takers are lurking. They're robbing right about now. It's the holidays. They know we women's. We got money, credit cards. We're going to shop. We're going to have fun. You know, especially the ones who shop offline that goes into the stores. You know, you're the ones to be careful in the parking lot. You know, you, the one got your phone in your hand with your head down, tasting and hee ha. Don't get caught slipping, sister. Don't get caught slipping, sister, and get your purse taken away from you. And sometimes I know a lot of women whose purses have their whole life history inside that doggone purse. Have their whole life history in that purse. They snatching y'all. They want Christmas presents. They want your money for Christmas. They didn't work for it, but they gonna take yours. You be careful how you walking. Be careful how you moving. Look around. What they say, what's she looking for? It don't matter what you're looking for. You making sure ain't nobody out trying to take your money and go hit you in the head. You know, leave you down on the ground, bleeding, looking crazy. Because they want what you got. You work. They didn't work, but they want yours. Y'all be careful this holiday season. Be careful. Be really careful, y'all. And I'm just going to say right now, I got 27 throws. My goal is 30, so I got 3 more throws to get. I'm done with that. And I'm going to be ready for the holidays. So I hope everybody got good Christmas music going on, good vibes, everything being positive in your house. Stay smiling. You know, the devil don't like when you smile. You know what I'm saying? He don't like when you laugh, you know, when you're jolly. You know, so we got to stay jolly. We got to smile and we got to laugh because we like making the devil mad. He got to move around because we don't like the devil. But thank you all for coming, and y'all be blessed tonight, and I will see you all tomorrow. Good night. And remember, how the hell can you love somebody when you don't love yourself? Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. I'm sorry, I forgot to say before I leave. Um, Purpose doing butter cookies. You know those small little tin can cookies and the butter cookie Christmas cookies that come in. I'm gonna be doing those for the nursing home. I found the nursing home that I'm gonna do it for because we know that when our kids put some parents in nursing homes, they're just there, you know. And a lot of people don't get things for Christmas, but Purpose gonna give those small tin cans of butter cookies to a nursing home. And if you like to donate the $3, you can donate $3. If not, Purpose still gonna make sure that they get those cookies because somebody in that nursing home don't have nobody to come and see them. And that one day, y'all, it may be me, it may be you. I don't know, but we got the love. Good night.